everybody, my name is Becky, and today we're going to be talking about getting bariatric surgery with having lupus and fibromyalgia and hypothyroidism. So, I have had lupus since 2006. I was 16 years old when I got diagnosed. I am currently 32. Yeah. So I've been kicking lupus butt all along. I've had some ups and downs. And I also was diagnosed with fibromyalgia and hypothyroidism. So all of these playing a factor into my weight. And I also have a almost 3-year-old and gained weight through pregnancy, of course, and I've yet to lose that bit. So anyways, we're gonna take it back to where it started. Seeing that I had lupus back in 2006. I was having a lot of joint pains, and they put a lot of fatigue. They put me on, back then I was on steroid, prednisone, and with that prednisone, I developed like stomach ulcers. So I was always over, let me just take it back even further. I was always overweight from primary school, we call it primary school, elementary school. And then once I turned 16, 17 range and was on the steroid treatment and developing the gastric ulcers, I was throwing up everything I ate. So at that point, I was only eating applesauce, like soft foods that was the only thing that could stay down. And during that time, I was like around 190 pounds. And I remember by me not being able to eat, but I was also active. I was very, very, very active. So I was in dance. I did a little bit of basketball. I did a lot of like exercising. I would exercise with my family. I was pretty active, but your girl was eating them calories, okay? My parents fed me well. I ain't gonna lie there, okay? I ain't gonna lie there. So, anywho, with me having a gastric ulcer, and being throwing up my food a lot, anything I eat, even sometimes water, I just bring right back up. And the pain was so bad. I ended up going down to like 140 pounds, 45 pounds. And that was the smallest I've ever been since like preschool. I'm just kidding, like elementary school. And your girl was looking good. Okay, was looking good. So when I graduated high school, I was like slim and trim, but I didn't like the process of how I lost it. Cause again, I was extremely tired. I was anemic. Joint pains was horrible. It was a lot. So fast forward to me coming to the Bahamas. Well, I was in the Bahamas and then I moved to the US after I graduated high school, and I started treatments over here. I was on Plaquenil. I was on that for a little bit, and let's be honest, who likes taking meds every day? I don't. Okay, so I didn't take my meds every day. I did not. I really didn't. I'm gonna be honest. But I started doing the healthy journey and like monitoring what I was eating, limiting the fast foods, And then my grandmother, I love her dearly, she started cooking and making all these breads and homemade breads and bacon, and your girl started packing on the pounds again. Okay, so then I got back up to like 160, and at that range, I was thick and looking good. So I was happy with that range. And did that for a very long time. I was at that state for like a good 5 years, I would say. I was at that range, that weight range. Still going through my lupus challenges. At one point, I had really, really, really bad candida. And I mean, I was at Cleveland Clinic. They were like, I was on such high dose of medication that they were like, yeah, there's nothing we can do for you at this point. So then I had to go to Johns Hopkins. And at that point, they were like, because I had it like mostly under the breast. When I tell you the skin was gone, right? It's like, this might be a little gross for some, but the skin was gone, okay? It was no skin, it was just raw flesh underneath the boobies. And at that point, I was like, there's got to be some treatment, there's got to be something that can help this. I wrote Dr. Oz, I wrote Oprah, I was like, I wrote the doctors, I was like, somebody said help, you know? Anyways, went to Johns Hopkins, and at that point I was diagnosed with inverse psoriasis. And they were like, well, the only way to rectify the situation that I was having at that point was to just get a breast reduction. Well, I had suggested that to them, and they were like, yeah, that'll work. So my doctors okayed it. I ended up getting a breast reduction at Cleveland Clinic, which they was kind of worried about me getting it because there was no skin underneath there. So they were like, how is this gonna heal? But we made it through. We made it through it. When I got off that table, I felt it. I felt a burden like lifted off my chest. It felt so good. It wasn't that big. I mean, I gained it back. Still not as big as it was, but it felt good. So then after that, I started like losing weight. I started feeling better. I was working out. Cause I did before the surgery and bringing on the treatments, I did go back up to like 190, like 190. And then I remember getting the surgery and then working out. And I had also got, I'm trying to remember everything that happened during that time. I also had got allergy tested. So I was really allergic to eggs. Pretty much I was allergic to a lot of things, and the only thing I could eat was chicken, lettuce, and water. So that's what I did for like 3 months. Just chicken, lettuce, and water. And then I got back down to like 170, back in the 160s. Was looking good again, you know. And then somehow I just started, I went to nursing school. That's all I'm gonna say there, okay? Then your girl started packing back on the pounds a couple years later because the stress from nursing school, I'll have you eating like you just gotta eat, okay? To survive nursing school, I had to eat, okay? So anyways, so I was up and down with my weight in nursing school, trying to work out, trying to study, trying to eat healthy. That not happening. Me eating fast food because you don't have no time. You don't even have time to sleep. So it's fast foods. Come home, get a nap. I mean, whenever you can. And back to studying. And then also, please, I have to add in that I still have lupus and all these other conditions going on. And high stress tend to like send everything out of whack. So I went through hell and back. All I'm gonna say is I went through hell and back in nursing school, because of the stress, and the lupus just was like, whoa, what is this? But I made it through. Got out of nursing school, graduated, passed my NCLEX, yay! And then was working for a while, and then 2 years later, got pregnant. Then my husband had a baby, and packed on. Let me say that I did. Before I got pregnant, I was like 215 pounds for a long time. Yes, I had passed that 200 threshold. I was like, oh God. And I had got up to 215 pounds. So then I was pregnant, got up to 256 pounds. I remember I was like, dang, what is this? So anywho, had her, my little snuggy woogies, and yeah, couldn't really work out because I couldn't really like snap back or at least get to the 215, because after pregnancy, during pregnancy, I did find out that I had cancer. Yay! Of course, story of my life, right? There's always some big bang. It's like that last bang wasn't banging enough, so you got to get something bigger banger to outdo the last bang bang. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, went through that. It was pretty minor. I just had surgery for it. I caught it really early. Had surgery for it, and yeah, so baby, surgery, and I did have a C-section. So C-section, then another surgery 6 weeks after C-section. So the snapback wasn't happening for a while, and I did go through like postpartum anxiety. I had it really, really bad. And lupus flare-ups. The lupus flare-ups was because I was not being treated for lupus at that time. And it's not like the doctors didn't have your medicine. It's just I wasn't seeing a rheumatologist at that time. Like insurance changes and all that stuff. And long story, I wasn't seeing a rheumatologist at that time. So I wasn't being treated for lupus at that time. Even though my other doctors was like, girl, you need to get your butt to a rheumatologist, okay? So anywho, couldn't lose the weight. Would go down. I got down to like 230, and then got down like 220, and then went back up to like 230. I kept going back 230, 220, 230, 220, like for 2 years. And especially like with COVID, it wasn't work out, okay? But I did start at 75 hard. I tried to do that. I got to like day 32, caught a cold, and had to quit. And then once you realize you got to start this from day one again. If you don't know what 75 hard is, go look it up. It's a lot. But like I said, made it to day 32 and had to stop. And then once you stop, you got to start back over at day 1. And I was exhausted, okay? I was exhausted. So, but on that, I did get back down to 215. Your girl was working her butt off and got back down to 215. Once I stopped, then I went back to my rheumatologist, or found a new rheumatologist, and was back on steroids again. So I started gaining back weight. Also to add, like during that time frame, I was getting like a lot of colds because my daughter ended up going to daycare. So I was getting a lot of colds. I ended up getting pneumonia like twice. And was on pretty high doses of steroids and antibiotics, back and forth. So the weight wasn't going on. And then on top of that, let me just add that I had some family members that was like legit. You need to lose weight. You ain't snapped back from having a baby yet. So add that added pressure, you're in your mind, you're like, this thing, y'all telling me that I need to lose weight ain't really helping me. It's like made me want to eat more because I'm in a sad state. So anyways, got through that, and I am still having a hard time. Oh, let me add, yeah, I got on the depot shot again. And that was another thing. Like when I get on the depot shot, so like that first, every time I get on it, like that first month, I would like lose like 10 pounds. I don't know why. Like I kind of like, for me personally, it decreases my appetite. And since I don't have to deal with a period and anemia from like, cause I get really heavy periods. Okay, I am. Yeah, I am feeling a little bit better on the depot. So in that first month, I lose like 10 pounds. And then, but after that, these symptoms come back and I'm eating. Okay. And then also note that when taking steroids, sweetie, okay? Steroids unleashes another level of hunger that you ain't want. You don't want to be in. Excuse my Bahamian accent. You ain't listen. Steroids open another level of hunger that is like, wow. They're seeing it. So that's also, yeah, the way when you take your steroid, if you take steroids and you wonder like, why the hell am I having like 10 meals in one? It's them steroids, okay? It is them steroids. So, but I'm happy to finally be off of them. I am about to start a new treatment, Safenello. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, Safenello. I was gonna be taking the Benlysta, but for some reason my doctor just decided to let me try the Safenello. So in another week or so, I will be trying that. I did discuss with them about bariatric surgery. And they kind of want me to like just make sure my lupus levels come down just a little bit to get the surgery. I spoke with the surgeon and she was like, yeah, getting the bariatric surgery will help with like the fatigue and the joint pains, because being overweight has a lot of, causes a lot of issues with that. So like, and I have a lot of joint pains, and it's been kind of difficult to get around because I am very much uncomfortable. So I'm hoping that with getting surgery, with getting bariatric surgery, that my lupus levels can somehow decrease. I can get rid of fibromyalgia, or at least put it in remission, or put lupus in remission. Surprisingly, my recent lab work for that my thyroid function was in the normal range. I was like, what? I had asked her, I was like, you showing us my results? Because they always out of range. So she was like, yeah. I was like, okay. Because with bariatric surgery, you have to have, and let me just say that I'm doing mine through my insurance. And because I'm an OR nurse, I work with, well, I don't do any of her cases, but I'm familiar with the doctor, and I work at the same hospital that I'm going to be doing the surgery in. So I was kind of nervous about that at first, seeing that, your coworkers, they gonna see you. They gonna see you when you sleeping. But anyways, they're very professional. I get to pick up my own team because I work there. So yeah, I'm excited to get it done. And also, yeah, because I know, well, I don't, like I'm saying, like I know I know of the doctor. She has really good reviews, like really good. And speaking with the head of surgery, they were like, yeah, she is top notch. So I'm excited that she know her stuff. Okay. And me and her and I, we discussed about me getting the surgery with lupus, and like I said, she suggested that it will be good and to it help with the obesity and get it under control, because being obese tends to lead to other comorbidities, and we don't want to have that. I'm uncomfortable, and I've been on diet fads my whole entire life. I mean, I had some family members even have me on diet pills when I was a child. So, I've been on this for a while. I even was on phentermine a couple years ago. Once you could lose the weight, but it comes right back on, and then it adds on another 10 to 15 pounds. It's a hot mess. Okay? So anyways, yeah, I am looking forward to having a healthy body. I know this journey is going to be long and hard, but I am mentally ready and physically ready to get this done. Okay, so like I was saying, I sort of kind of rambled on a little bit, but like I was saying, I'm getting this through my insurance, and my insurance requires 3 psychiatry visits, 6 nutrition visits, cardiac clearance, a pulmonology clearance. You need to get clearance from your primary care. You need to get your TSH and your which is your thyroid hormone, and your oh my god, I'm throwing a blank. So you need to get the TSH. I should have wrote this down. That's another thing. Brain fog, okay, with lupus, brain fog is crazy. So, and an EKG. You need to get an EKG done for surgery. So, I've done everything that I need to do. I just need to do 2 more psychiatry visits, and we should be rocking and rolling. I have my date set. Yeah, your girl is excited. With the first psychiatry visit he did, he was like, I would approve you for bariatric surgery. You'll be a good candidate. And he was actually gonna write up the note there, and I was like, hey, I got 2 more visits. Cause I'm doing through insurance, and he was like, oh yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, which is fine, the more mental help I can get, the better, I would say talk it out. If you haven't, if you want to get this done, and you have these issues, like you have lupus, you have, you know, fibromyalgia, any like, you know, comorbidities or diseases that have you in the condition that you do now, or is overweight, yeah, I would say talk with your doctor, and see what they say and go from there, you know. I was looking into this for quite some time and did my research. You know, there's a lot of people that I know that have had it and they're doing good, you know. So yeah, I am excited to share with you my journey. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you know what to do. Drop the comment down in the comment section and I will answer them as best as I possibly can. Again, anything that I may say for me and what I've done, I would recommend that you consult your doctor with your situation, because everybody's situation is different. Even as me as a nurse, I can't diagnose, I can't, you know, consult your doctor. Okay, that's the disclaimer up in here. All right, okay. So yeah, so if you like this video, like it, click that like button, comments, and subscribe so you can follow your girl journey, okay? And you can get some ideas, you can get some help. Follow my journey. Yes, follow my journey. Follow my journey. All my lupus warriors out there, you know, I pray you make it through, pull through, and keep fighting, because you know what? You're a badass. Okay, excuse me. Ooh. But you know what I'm saying. We whoop that butt. We whoop that butt, okay? Any challenges that come our way, because we what? We whoop lupus butt. That's what we do. All right. So yeah, follow the journey, and I will speak with you soon. Stay tuned for the next video. Mwah.